I am about 40 miles northeast of New Orleans. I'm about 3 miles from the city of Slidell. Uh, Slidell is about a population of about 30-40,000. It's about 3 to 4 miles south of me, so I have a decided sky glow in that direction. But now, ever since Katrina, uh, everybody's moving to this area from the New Orleans area, and light pollution has really gotten bad. I'm glad I have a solar rig. Let's go to a half second. Okay, that's a half second. Evening, Gary. Terry, what was the problem you were having logging in? Gary, I'm probably just going to send that wireless menu controller back to Rock. You were saying it only acted up. I didn't say Gary, I said Terry. Terry was saying he had problems logging in. Gary, I am going to send that back to Rock, that wireless menu controller. I don't think it's going to get cold enough here for it to act up for me. So it's probably best to just let him look at it. Well, I'm glad you're able to log in. Let's see where the sky's getting a little bit darker, but according to twilight doesn't really end until around 8, but then with the moon up, it doesn't get dark until the moon sets. So we'll have to contend with the moon in the sky for a while. Let's see, I'm at a half second, so let's go to that's 3/4 of a second. Now you're starting to see some of the nebulosity around the trapezium. I may run in the house and make me a cup of coffee before it gets dark. So let me label. I'm going to get some of that good Louisiana community dark roast. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Well, it's not a blue sky anymore. It's getting a little bit darker, but let me go to 1 second. Maybe. I may have to go to trigger mode. 2-second trigger mode. Loop. Okay. 2 seconds. Let me hit the defaults on the histogram. Okay. Let me go to defaults on all of the color adjustment parameters. Okay. Color balance, defaults. Okay. This is how we'll start. Okay. Yeah, the DS 2.3 Plus is a very nice camera. Yeah, how you doing, Simon? Yeah, I made a quick dash into the house to get some coffee. Hopefully I'll be doing some galaxies in a little bit. But the sky is still pretty blue outside. Yeah, it is pretty blue. Let's see what I can do. I don't know if 4 seconds is going to blow out in the sky or not. It's still there. Raise the black point. Lower the white. About 150. How you doing, Brian? Brian, I am making small steps with that mini PC. Once I took your suggestion and was able to resize the remote desktop, I was able to call up, and it depends on the order. I had to call up the mount and then call up the camera. Everything worked. And then what happened today is that for some reason, I guess a Windows update corrupted KVY cam. And I no longer can run KVY cam. I sent Victor the screen error messages I get when I try to evoke or capture a part of the desktop. So hopefully he can figure out what happened. I did and I checked, and this is a heads up, but somehow, somewhere along the line, I had turned off the creation of restore points. So there was no restore point to roll back to. So I'm basically stuck until Victor can figure out why KVY cam doesn't work. And this was on my desktop in the house. It, so frustrating. I thought I'd just do an easy rollback a week and everything would work again, and then there were no restore points. It's like, forget about it. So right now I have, what's the time? I have, this is what, 4 seconds. Let me put some parameters up. Okay, I have, 4. I can't type B1. Okay. Okay. Was it you that said the comment back to me that that's why we are members of a group like this, where we can share to learn our mistakes? Hi, John. Glad you could join. Sorry to hear about your issues with the DS 2.3 Plus, but it's understandable. Yeah. Oh, that's some hot coffee. I didn't want to say anything, John. And I know it can be really frustrating when you have a clear night and you have a very few of those and you go out and nothing seems to work. That was me at the Winter Star Party. We had very few clear nights, and every time I went to do something, I had issues with StarSense or the Sky-Fi or you name it, and it was total frustration. It's so nice now to be able to not have to use the Sky-Fi. I can now run a wired USB cable to the mount and have my computer underneath the canopy controlling the mount. Or now with the new mini PC, I can wirelessly control the mount like I did in my living room last night. I just posted a little short video uh, on the NSN Facebook page. We do this for fun. No kidding. Let me go and now fit to window. Okay, that's the full field of the Orion. I went and checked my notes when I was inside getting coffee, and based upon my test with this camera and the MFR-10 focal reducer, this should be about a 1-degree diagonal field of view. Well, it's no longer in a blue sky, so let me turn that off. Let me change the exposure to something a little bit longer. Stop. Let me go to going to 10 seconds. The only thing I changed was 10 seconds from 4. See if the skies are dark enough to handle it. Yeah, okay. Let me see how the scope is doing relative to the dome shutter. Okay. Yeah, the sky is still very bright because of the moon. Okay. Keep it in the center. Well, I'm using a 10-inch RC right now. Don't know about chucking it in the river. The Pearl River is only about 1.5 miles from the house, so I could go there. Let's see if I can make this a little bit. And with age and shoulder condition, yeah, I'm not chucking anything. Let me go to 100 on the histogram. Okay. Okay, so this is let me do a little correction in a different color there. Scratch that out, and let me go back to text and type in 10. Okay, so we're at 10 seconds. And I didn't even focus this. I really hope Rock can convince the programmers to include a sharpening feature in this software, because that would make satellite zip right on through. That would make this image so much better. His broadcast last night with the universe was really incredible with the sharpening feature in that software. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And actually, you're starting to see the wings on either side of the fish's mouth. Hi, Doug. Oh, I didn't see you in there. I'm broadcasting at 1440 by 1080 right now. The actual resolution on this monitor, this is that super wide. This is that super wide Dell curved monitor. It's 3440 by 14 something resolution. Yep. Yeah, I really like this Dell monitor. Before I realized that I could resize the remote desktop screen, I was seriously considering getting either a new laptop or a new monitor with another mini PC. But Brian, I think you saved me a ton of money. Let's see. Let me try changing the exposure again. Stop. Let me go to 15 seconds. Looping at 15. Let me get the erase out. Erase that and put in 15. Okay. So that's now 15 seconds. I guess it's time to try to find a dark that I may already have to apply it. Let's see. I want color balance. I want Uh-oh. I think the program may have frozen. Let's see. It's called doing too many tweaks at one time. Okay. Yeah, it is. So this is 15 seconds with the gain at half. But let me go to fit to window. I was looking for a dark. Dark field. Import. I gotta find a DS16C from level 1. Open and enable. Let's see what that does, if it kills it or not. Okay, so I've applied a dark. It's probably at a much different gain level. Stop. Let's go to something ridiculous for Orion, 25 seconds, but I'm at Night, Terry. Glad you could stop by. Here comes 25. 25 with a dark applied. Okay, where is my... Raise the dark to about 10. And let's do... College. Right-click dock it. Okay. Now let's do some average stacking to help clean this up. Live stack average for, let's go. And where is my task manager? Details. MallinCam Sky. Set affinity. All processors off. Processor 3 on. Okay. So now I'm running on one processor now. And I'm doing an average stack. And I lowered the dark down to 0. after this, I'll probably start going to some galaxies. And I'll probably enable digital binning too. Sure. M78 is close. Let me, okay. So I can do a, where's my charts? M78, let me zoom in. I think I've already synced on this.
Telescope synced.
So I'm synced on this. Okay. Yeah, it's up in the upper left part of Orion. Let me stop the stacking. And let me go to M78. Let me sort the list. M78. Right click. Slew to and center.
Telescope slewing to target.
Okay, let's see.
Telescope slew complete.
Should not have to move the dome much. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me. We're building a new image now, folks. We're going to, let me, Epic Pen, let's go to M78. That's the new target. Oh, that's faint. It's definitely there, but I'm at DB1. I'm going to change the digital binning now to 2. Let me stop the exposure. I have to disable the dark. Let's stop. I'm going to go to digital binning 2. I'm going to change the exposure time to maybe 15 seconds. Loop. Okay. So now let me retype all of this. Okay, over here. We're at 15. DB2. Okay, that's there. Let me get the eraser. And let me go to fit to window. Oh, my mouse is now acting up. God, don't tell me my computer's trying to do a Windows update. I hate this. There it is. And let me see if I can find a dark. Yeah, okay. Histogram, dark field, import. Now I have to go to DB level 2. Open. And let me apply a dark. Okay, so it did clear it up a little bit. Let me raise the dark. Okay, so this is 15 seconds on M78, and there it is. Hi, Jim and Will. Who else joined in? Well, if anybody else has something they'd like me to look for while I'm on the western side of the meridian, let's see. Let me go with azimuth. Sort by azimuth in Sky Tools. Altitude and azimuth. See, right now this is 55 degrees in altitude and 213 in azimuth. According to Sky Tools, this is what they say about this. Okay, it's the magnitude 8 minutes of arc. It has an NGC number. Jim, it looks like we're going to try to come for the 2019 Star Party, and Dewey may be joining us from Canada. So, and I'll try to recruit a few more volunteers for the video group. Always a fun event. Well, I got the mini PC working. I was able to log in and control the mount. I was then able to log in the DS16C and get it to work. And then when I tried capturing the area to broadcast with KVY-CAM had died. I got an error message, contact the programmer and he can possibly assist in fixing it. So I tried removing it, reinstalling it, going back. It never did work. Brian, you want me to go to 75 or there's 75. 20 to 75. Let's see what happens. New refresh coming up now. And of course, my dark doesn't work. But not a bad view of M78. Well, I mentioned earlier that I didn't bring the wireless headphones because the problem I had the other night was that if I used the wireless headphones, then my Snagit recording didn't pick up any audio. So I had a long video with no audio sound at all. I have no idea why the audio on the screen captures is perfect, but the audio during the broadcast is bad. Who knows? This object is right now 54 degrees up at azimuth 214. Well, I'm going to swing all the way around to the northeast and go to M82 for now, and then start galaxy hopping after that. Let's see what happens. Okay, right click.
Telescope slew into target. Telescope slew complete.
Boy, talk about noisy. Let's see what happens in a few seconds. Am I stacking? I hope not. Oh, there it is. Okay, fit the window. Fit to window. Okay. Let me get the crosshairs up. Okay, now let's see. Let me shorten the exposure. I may want to throw a cover on top of the scope and grab a good dark. I'm going to go to 2 seconds and see what happens. Can I still see the galaxy? I got to move that star here up to, let's see. Of course, that's the wrong way. Okay, let me turn that off. Let me go to stop and let me go back to 15 seconds. Loop. Let me change. M82. And let me scratch this out. What is going on? Okay, let me hit the defaults. What magician? Was I stacking? Maybe I was stacking. I didn't realize I was stacking. Let me bring down the white. Somebody had me at about 75. Brian did. Now bring the black up to about 20. Okay. Well, I need to get a better dark than that. Pardon, folks. I'm going to cover the scope and get a dark. Okay. Scope is covered. Undo. I want to capture 5. Okay. Okay. Boy, look at the colorful confetti. Old-fashioned eyepiece, guys. I still use eyepieces on occasions. See, I've captured 2 darks. Jim, actually dealing with 30 people can be a lot easier than dealing with 2,000 at the Grand Canyon. But the Grand Canyon Star Party is quite enjoyable. I tell everybody that it's like the ultimate outreach event. Evening, Dennis. Glad to see you could join us. I'm just grabbing some darks, and I've gotten all 5, and I'm going to export them. Level 2. I'm going to save this to, what was this? Gain 50. Exposure 15. Save. Enable. And let me uncover the scope. People talk about how hard it is to take darks, but not really. Okay, so now we're building a... Okay. Wait a minute, the dark... What the heck? Oh, enable the dark. Okay. So that's a single 15-second, gain 50%, digital binning 2. And now I'm going to do some average stacking of 4. Jim, my count for the 7 nights was like 2,200 people over 7 nights. I think I skipped 1 night last year. I needed sleep. Yeah, this is, let me zoom in. This is definitely not Grand Canyon skies, Jim. Yeah, I saw the statistics, Jim. That was pretty incredible. That's why I really wanted to get back this year, but we just booked too late, or we tried to book too late. Let me go outside and check the skies. I'll be right back. I guess the skies are average for here. Yeah, you told me, Jim, that it's really getting popular. That's a that's not a bad image of M82. That's 200% zoom right there. I did a little short video capture from Rock's broadcast last night and sent it to him. I said, you got to pass this on to the programmers to show them why sharpness is a necessity. Because he was using the universe last night. When he zoomed in and used the sharpness feature on that software, it was really incredible, the change in detail. Let's see. Let me go to my list. I had created a list. Bright edge on and barred spiral galaxies. And right now we are on, sort them by altitude. And the cigar right now is 45 degrees up. Yeah, I'm pleased. The last few nights I've been out here, it's really been terrible as far. Oh, we had a satellite go to the corner of the field. But yeah, overall it's not bad looking at all. And I'm average stacking now 4 just to smooth it out. So let me turn off the average stacking. What's the next highest? I didn't want to do that. Reduce. Sorry, folks. Let's see. What galaxy is this? This is 2683 in lengths. It's magnitude 10, and it's supposedly 7 degrees up and almost 75-degree azimuth. So what the heck? Let's try to go to it.
Telescope zooming to target. Telescope zoom complete.
Okay. I'm going to NGC unknown. What is it? NGC 2683. Let me erase everything. Bump, 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 bump. And let me try to center. And let me go to a short exposure. Stop 15. Let me go down to 3 or 4. Loop. I want to go straight up and bring that bright star. Okay, let's see. East. Which way does it go? I kind of wanted to go that way. East. North. East. 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 Okay. And let me go stop. And let me go back to 15 seconds. Maybe I'll, yeah, 15 loop. Okay. So now we're going to NGC 2683. NGC 26883 went too far back. This is gain 50%, 15, 2. Okay. Okay. And let me see. Fit to window. Yeah, I went up a little bit too high. Let me turn the crosshairs off. Okay. Let me do a enable average stacking of 4. Let me pull up the information on this. There's supposedly, I think, another galaxy. No, there's not another one in the field of view. But that's the information. It is 8.7 by 2.5 minutes of arc. And its magnitude is 10. And now we're average stacking. And what I'm going to do tonight so I don't lose the broadcast like I did the other night, I think I'm going to go ahead and close out this video.